Cause I feel like xQc say a lot of shit on stream that I don't like, but in his head it's like, oh, it's just a clip, or oh, it's just this moment. I feel like you're being a this.
Yeah.
So when I see you in person, it's not that deep. I don't care. But the other are like, yo, gang.
Then we can't be friends, I guess. If you're somebody who can't take a light fucking jab that's gonna...
A small jab is saying that people viewbot though? Like, bro don't even know DDG for real. Like, bro, you know of him, but you don't know who he is in real life, but you feel that comfortable speaking about him? Like, xQc, he's like, I don't know these people in real life. I probably will never meet them in real life. They're not real people to me. They're content. Let me say something outrageous real quick. We get a clip going, get some more bread. Oh wait, I gotta actually meet up with you in real life. Hold on, I didn't mean none of that, bro. How you doing, man? You didn't see that clip, right? Okay, all right, cool. Trying to play some ball, like. xQc thought talking ish online wouldn't backfire. Video by Omizi. Now I don't know who xQc was talking about, but it is a widely known thing that bro will act cool with you up front, but then talk mess about you behind closed doors. I don't know whether it stems from insecurity and him trying to make himself feel better about himself by putting everybody else down, or if he just, I don't know. Cause you know what I'm saying, he's the stutter monster. Maybe he has two split personalities vying for control. And the shit talker is the one trying to surface now, where the usual cool xQc is the one that's usually in control. So it's like a constant battle of who's trying to take over. But you know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. He talked mess about somebody. We got Ludwig here. I don't know if he was the one who was getting, you know what I'm saying, slander thrown on his name by xQc, but there's only one way to find out. Omizi, take it away.
Who xQc is like a really brash person who can talk like incredibly negatively about people, like people he knows in real life.
When me and him got into it, that was like 3-4 months ago. Y'all know I don't hold grudges. I didn't really care. Plus, I'm in this nice establishment. I'm here just to have a good time. I'm just happy to be here. But he gets on there and he called me a viewbotter. He say DDG this and you're me.
Yeah, like bro don't even know DDG for real. Like, bro, you know of him, but you don't know who he is in real life, but you feel that comfortable speaking about him. Like, bro, I don't get that, bro.
Sucks and blah, 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 blah. But in person, he want to shoot a basketball around me with his feet out, with his toes out.
During COVID, xQc's mistreatment of other content creators kind of started this drama a little bit because he would just like treat every content creator like a NPC.
An unintended consequence of Mr. Beast's extravagant and luxurious collaborative event that he did this past weekend was that a lot of streamers had to come from behind.
I heard Your Rage was a part of one type of Mr. Beast event. I think this might be what it is right here, but I didn't hear about it. Maybe the video has yet to come out, but they filmed it not too long ago. Okay.
Behind the camera and meet IRL.
And apparently xQc was at this joint. I seen Agent there too. That's kind of cool.
Meaning that
is that Phantom?
They will be confronted with all the nonsense and mess that they talked online. We saw how that impacted a streamer like Neon, who has been a social pariah for a couple of years now. But now somebody else whose feet have been put to the fire is xQc, the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of the streaming world. I don't know why Ludwig.
I don't really even know how xQc got on, bro. Just for as long as I've known, I've been hearing about his name somehow. He's just a stuttering nigga on the net who plays games, like, and reacts like a streamer. Essentially, which is, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for making it happen, but I don't really know what's so special about him. Like, he doesn't really have any redeeming qualities in my opinion. He may be good at the game, who knows, but somebody likes him out there. There's really an audience for everything, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, I feel like somebody's eventually gonna like it.
Like that. Several streamers pointed out how xQc is different online versus in person. Not only to me does this expose something about xQc himself personally, but it also exposes a secret in the streaming industry that a lot of people do not understand. If you're new to this and you haven't already,
niggas don't really fuck with each other.
Please hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for this community. Trust me, I'm gonna work for that subscription, but please be generous and drop it. Now, back into the video. You see, the thing about commentating online in the comfort of your home and racking up a bunch of money is that you can say whatever you want and you don't necessarily have to face the consequences and repercussions of your actions. You can make whatever claims, you can call people whatever names, you can do all these different things, but as long as you are protected by a screen, a comment section, and a fan base that loves you, then nobody can really give you any pushback. And xQc has a history of this, just like any other streamer, and we'll get to that in a second. But when met in real life at the Mr. Beast event, hey man, it's time to nut up or shut up.
What kind of form is that, bruh?
We'll get to that in a second. But when met in real life at the Mr. Beast event,
you can actually call that a like, what the fuck? Like, what even is that, bruh?
Hey man,
how do you even develop such a form? You seen how people normally shoot the basketball and you said, yeah, I think I can do that. And then you just came up with whatever that was. That joint didn't even touch the rim. The wind caused by the ball missing the rim so much caused the net to move. Like, you're trash. What are you doing?
It's time to
Not only is you talking trash, but that's your jump shot, yo. Like, come on, bruh.
or shut up, and seemingly he shut up.
xQc is like Jekyll and Hyde, because who xQc is on stream is like a really brash person who can talk like off cuff, like incredibly negatively about people, like people he knows in real life. Like he says actually some really like mean about people he knows in the real world. And then you meet him in real life and he treats the person who was online saying those mean things as a different person. And he's like really sweet in real life. And it's like, weren't you just like talking crazy shit? But I think his brain is so corrupt.
Now, which one is it? Is that the real him talking mess, or is he just going for the clip? And in general, when he meets them in real life, he's like, oh yeah, you're a real person. I was just doing that for the net. What's going on? How you doing, man? Like, either way, bro, just the inconsistency, it just makes you seem fake, which you are. I ain't gonna lie.
He views it all.
Everybody has a persona that they put on to a certain degree, but for you to do it so openly, it's like you're not even trying to hide it, bro.
As content and not legitimate.
A good old-fashioned switcheroo is what Ludwig is claiming that xQc does. He says these things online that seemingly hurt people's feelings, but then when he gets in person with them, it's nothing more than just content. And I do think that there is a level of understanding in this game once you get into it, that things that are said on this camera can be for entertainment purposes. If I jump out the window and say somebody like Legend of Winning sucks and I hate his guts, well, in real life, that's my brother and I'm always gonna love him. And people should understand that I'm probably trying to get people riled up, you know, for the clip, essentially. So a part of me does understand that.
So is the clip, bruh.
And agrees with xQc and his explanation about it.
Chat, I think it's why I have an easy time, like, not holding grudges against people that I don't have a problem with. Like, I can say, oh yeah, Ludwig is a bitch ass, he cheated in Among Us, and that's all it is. Like, that part of him stays stagnant in that little spot, and that's just what it is. That's it. I don't need to press him at LAN and tell him I'm jacked to fight me IRL because he cheated in fucking Among Us.
But with that said, I think that there is a clear line that is drawn, and maybe people need better social awareness skills, or maybe people just need to recognize that the stuff that they say is just not going in one ear and out the other for everybody. But people do cross the line when it comes to this reaction, commentary, I'm a streamer lane. The same scenario about my brother. If I were to take it to the next level and start to call him out of his name, talk about his personal life, you know, talk about his looks or whatever the case may be, yeah, I could definitely see at the next family function how we would have some sort of static. But to take it a step further, these guys don't even know each other. So how do we know that you're always playing or that it's content or whatever the case may be when you're calling me a bitch ass? As a real street nigga, bitch ass is offensive. And maybe people could excuse xQc if it was just a one-off type
When
shit.
xQc said it, I thought he was gonna say nigga after. I'm like, yo, a bitch ass what? You just calling people a bitch ass? Is that what white people do, bruh?
Situation, but this happens multiple different times with multiple different content creators. Remember when xQc was running around saying that everybody was viewbotting?
Even Kai is pretty natural too. So some of Kai's friends though, I'm not. Hey, if I speak, if I speak. I'm gonna show you something that's a bit off the charts. I got you, bro. Yesterday I didn't
Like going this far, bruh, like you could have just said something like, yo, bro, a lot of these streamers, I feel like they might be viewbotting these people in Kai's vicinity. I know Kai's big, but you know what I'm saying? Some of the people around him, you know, they might be. Like, you didn't have to bring up a nigga's exact analytics. That's a little extreme, gang, don't you think? You know, but that's just my opinion. But why are you trying so hard to expose people? Like, bringing up the Carfax and all that? Like, what even prompted you to bring up viewbotting, gang? Like, are you exempt from the viewbotting accusation? Who made you the supreme ruler of deciding who's viewbotting and who's not? Like,
this guy, I think it's the GOAT. This guy might be the GOAT. He's just doing it better. 1K, next day, 800, next day, 8K, next day, 60K. That's the GOAT. Then they have 20, 30, 20. That's the absolute GOAT of streaming.
Oh, you say
20, 20, 30, 20. That's
852 to 8K, that is a little crazy. Now, I don't know if this was once the Kai Cenat cosign kicked in, but if it was, that would make sense. But going from 8K That is a few days later, but going to 61K, that is kind of suspicious, but you don't gotta call it out, bruh. Like, let people rock. Like, why is you trying so hard to expose? You feel me? And as far as I know, he was really just exposing black people. Like, Rakai, he tried to expose. Reggie, your rage, I know he tried to expose. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? If he exposed any person of any other race, let me know. But it just really looked like he trying to throw dirt on black people, bro. Like, let us rock. We can't have nothing.
It's the absolute goat of streaming it.
Oh, you said I'm botting. Listen, yeah, I do not
He said DDG too, apparently.
care enough to bot no goddamn views. You think if I'm spending all this money, bro, you think I'm finna motherfucking pay for some goddamn bots? I don't care that much.
Now, I think in an attempt to unearth some sort of conspiracy theory that was going on in the streaming industry, xQc was going at just about anybody and everybody when it came to
It's like the Salem witch trials in this joint, bro.
And now sitting in 2026 as the CEO or founder of Night Media put out an article about viewbotting and how if you're not viewbotting, you're losing, which we should probably get into either on a video or a stream on this channel. We probably don't have the same feelings about viewbotting as we did a year or 2 or 3 ago. But for what it's worth, those claims back then even were detrimental. A slew of hate came to Rakai, Reggie, and the rest of Clover Boys, and then a slew of hate came to DDG amidst the claims of them being viewbotters. And the only thing that these guys could do was defend their names online and social media. But when given an opportunity to confront these things face to face, it seems as though xQc kind of tucked tail on the claims and wasn't really about that life, wasn't really willing to stand on that square about the situation.
Oh, why, why you telling niggas I viewbot? Like, why, what makes you think I viewbot, right? He goes, no, I was saying.
This coming from Rakai is kind of funny because he talks very similar to xQc. They both do stutter a lot and speak gibberish.
That, bro. I wasn't saying that at all, bro. I wasn't saying that at all. I was just saying, and in the auto, like the shimmy. I'm like, nigga, speak. All you niggas keep saying, motherfucking, I stutter.
xQc is not somebody that I would ever look at and be like, that was my first time seeing him in person. Mind you, when me and him got into it, that was like 3-4 months ago. Y'all know I don't hold grudges. I didn't really care. Plus, I'm in this nice establishment. I'm here just to have a good time. I'm just happy to be here. I'm not finna press xQc and try to fight with him in front of all these.
I forgot the overall theme of this video, but you know what I'm saying? At the Mr. Beast event, apparently xQc was there. Who was he, you know what I'm saying? Who was he talking mess about online that actually came up and pressed him? Because I feel like that's what's gonna happen in the video. That's just an assumption I'm making. I don't even know for sure if he was at the event, but it would make sense in the context of bringing up the Mr. Beast event first. And then you got Omizi showing the Carfax, which, yeah, nice. This is a great, you know what I'm saying, great piece of work. I ain't gonna lie. A nigga said in my comments, Omizi don't be providing value. This nigga do provide value. Let's give him some round of applause real quick. But I wonder who it was that he was talking mess about.
Streamers and all these corporate people and Mr. Beast and all of this and coming here and be ghetto. I'm professional when I need to be professional. xQc is obviously not in my liking. He's not my friend. He hates on me for no reason. Yeah. I don't talk about him. Prior to him talking about me, I've never spoken about this man. But he gets on there and he called me a view botter. He say DDG this and your music sucks and blah, 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 blah. But in person, he want to shoot a basketball around me with his feet out, with his toes out. So I'm like, bro, this is a nice white man. He don't want no smoke. He's scared to even look me in the eyes. So that's why I said what I said. And then Neon already leaked what didn't happen. I'm not gonna go into detail, but he waited for a certain reason, and then he started saying what he said. I'm like, bro, like, what do I look like whooping xQc ass, man? What do I look like that? Mind you, even if that was the case, if it was that deep to me, he gonna sue me so goddamn hard. It ain't gonna be no fight. It's gonna be a lawsuit.
For what it's worth, I don't necessarily blame xQc for this online persona that he's decided to take on. You know, I'm not necessarily here to give any career advisement. He's bigger than me and anybody else who would be seeing this. You know, you do what you want to do. But for one, you do have to give your opinions as creators, as reactors, as commentators, as whatever. And you're not gonna like everything. You're not gonna like everyone, and that's totally okay. Some of these people can be some of the biggest names in the world, and for whatever reason, you just don't have an affinity for them. Mine is J. Cole. You know, for whatever reason, I'm not the biggest fan of J. Cole. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with it.
Are you talking about his person or his music? Like, which one is it? Because if you're not a fan of his person, like, what? J. Cole a cool dude, unless you think he performing and he fake, which, you know, I think you're in too deep, but you know what I'm saying? We're all allowed to have our opinions. Why are you that worried about whether or not a man is performing? But you know what I'm saying? Let's say you're talking about the music though. That's fair. Not everybody want to hear that lyrical schmiracle. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody on that wavelength. Like, they can't really understand. It's like, no, I ain't going to take it there. But not everybody want to think when they're listening to music, apparently. And it makes sense. And that might not be the thing for Omizi. I know he an old head, so he might like that substancey type music. But for whatever reason, his affinity is not to J. Cole, which understandable.
With me saying it, with me feeling it, or whatever the case may be. But if it's one thing that I'm not gonna do is get into a situation after I've said all these things about J. Cole online, where I am in real life with J. Cole, and then go to dap him up, try to play basketball with him, get some shots off, show him my mixtape. That would be very fake of me, especially if I was doing personal attacks. You know, attacks on people's character, like saying that they're view botters, saying that they're broke, saying they don't spend time with their children, etc., etc. I think DDG put a real nice point in it, saying that xQc felt like an IRL hater, like his biggest IRL hater.
Telling you, bro, it's all about the clip. xQc, he's like, I don't know these people in real life. I probably will never meet them in real life. They're not real people to me. They're content. Let me say something outrageous real quick. We get a clip going, get some more bread. Oh wait, I gotta actually meet up with you in real life. Hold on. I didn't mean none of that, bro. How you doing, man? You didn't see that clip, right? Okay, all right, cool. Trying to play some ball. Like, you just see how it goes, bro. Everybody's worried about the clip. I don't know if xQc has real life malice for these people. He might. We can't write it off, but I feel like he is just trying to get the clip first and foremost at the end of the day. And it's unhealthy, bro. We got to stop worrying about the clip so much and live life. Like, come on.
They're coming to fruition. And
there's more to life than the clip. That's my quote. Another quote I made for 2026. There's more to life than the clip.
Seeing him in real life, especially because he did that one video where he sat down with his biggest haters and confronted them. It was a lot of rah-rah online, and then when they got in person, the stories and the reasoning just kind of fell apart, kind of like a chihuahua just barking without a lot of bite. People also have to understand that content creators are artists and they see everything. Why? Because they have communities out there that send them stuff, or if a good title or thumbnail comes around the block, it gets sent out to them, or they check DMs, or they just see everything about them. Trust me, I've been in situations in which my commentary videos have gotten to other content creators and they have either iced me out, cussed me out, or tried to have a stern talking to with me about the content that I make on this channel, me giving commentary towards them. Whether it was good, bad, a misunderstanding, or whatever, they see that shit and they feel it. And this is just me with 131K subscribers. Hit the button, it could be more. Imagine if you're one of the biggest saying these things. They're going to see it and people's audiences are going to pitch one another against each other. Oh yeah, bro, you can't be in real life and kick it with me and try to skate with me. Now, instead of xQc going home and addressing these things head on, saying, hey, this is probably a character that I play, or there's nothing wrong with giving opinions, I don't know, giving some sort of middle ground, he kind of validates everyone's claims about him.
Yeah, what was his justification for it? I don't think I ever heard it.
Goes home, closes that glass door, and gets the—
unless he literally said it can stay as that. Like, I'm not talking about their character. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, nitpicking a certain particular thing about them. I'm not attacking them as a person, but just saying in this certain context, I think you were doing this thing, not necessarily saying anything personally bad about them. To my knowledge, I don't know if he personally like attacked somebody's looks. I know he said people are view botters. I don't know if he attacked them saying like they're a deadbeat or something more personal about them, but I feel like his justification is, I'm not really talking about you. I'm just saying I don't approve of what you're doing right here. And we could just let it stay there, but that doesn't mean I don't like you. Like, bro, you're my boy. I rock with you. Like, I feel like that's what he's trying to say, but you can't do that, bro. That's not how it works.
Barking again like a little dog.
Just the jump shot, no shoes. It's a nice white man right here, man. It just doesn't make sense for me to even be going back and forth with this nigga, man.
Now reverse the roles though. Oh, now I'm weird. Now I'm weird for bringing it up. Is my jump shot not cool enough? Am I not fucking, yo, am I not tough enough? I don't get it. Is being no shoes on makes me lesser? Like, dude, this is a streaming game. Like, we're trying to make everybody laugh and have a good time. We're trying to provide value for the fucking people that watch it. The only reason why we are able to do any of this is that the people will watch. The whole point is to create value for those who spend the time to look for stuff to watch.
Yeah.
Not here to
You
fucking-
gotta realize that these are real people though. Like DDG, he's literally making fun of you in response to you even talking about him in the first place. He just said you're a nice white man. He made fun of your jump shot. He made fun of the fact that you're not wearing no shoes. It's not like he attacked you personally. But you over here saying, yeah, bro, I'm trying to entertain the crowd, so I'm gonna say this nigga a viewbotter. Like, bro, that's his whole livelihood. That's his reputation at stake. Like, what? You gotta realize how it's different, bro. Like, come on.
Flex and be fucking cool and gangster and whatever the fuck, or tough or fucking nah, whatever. That's not what we're here for. That's not how you make anything. If I said something black man, I would be fucking canceled forever. I would be donezo.
Yeah, but that's just how the world work, bro. Life ain't fair, bro. Come on, we already know that.
If I added something black man, I would be fucking Jover. I'd be out of here in 3 minutes.
The old step back 3 whataboutism reversed racism card. It's one that's been played time and time again, but there's a trap card for that. It's called We Understand You Can't Take Accountability.
I was thinking in general, when I meet some people in the
Is that my audio?
Card for that. It's called
It's not.
We Understand You Can't Take Accountability.
I was thinking in general, when I meet some people in the
Cannot hear this clip. I don't know what's being said. I wish I could read lips, but I can't.
I'm glad xQc went ahead and acknowledged some of these things while he was back behind that screen protected. But what becomes abundantly clear to me is that he's not addressing the ramifications of him making these baseless claims, specifically by name. I think if he was just saying that Twitch was viewbotting or I have a problem with this person or whatever the case may be, it would not hold a lot of weight. But to drag it the way he did, to bring in all these people's names, that's where it gets
He just knows it's going to get views. It's going to get interaction. It's going to get the people talking. He doesn't see these people as real people. It's all about the clip. I feel like that's what it is. Once again,
outrageous. At some point, he gets called out for being a hypocrite. And when he jokes and says that people are viewbotting, then it's fine. It's dandy. But when other people call him out for it, it's bad all of a sudden.
and
Everything is jokes and not serious except when DDG makes a joke. Now it's deep all of the sudden and it's offensive.
Yeah, but it's not a joke though. Like I'm old enough to see bro.
it's not a joke though.
Joke, though?
But what you saying is a joke.
This is like when Sean the Black says a joke about me. Oh, xQc, the racist guy, dude. How is it a joke? That's just fucking brain dead. Like that's just like what a stupid fucking take that is.
So you can't be brain dead. You know.
How is that a joke? It's just trash. And then he says, "Oh no, I'm backing away from that," and then he does it again and again and again. It's literally his shtick. Every fucking couple days, he tweets about fucking this is racist. This guy.
Bro, it's literally somebody. Bro, you literally talking about somebody every couple days. Surely you're not feigning ignorance right now, bro. Where is the accountability? Where is the self-awareness at? It does not exist.
Oh yeah, it's about everybody being racist when there's no
Like, I truly just, like, even him doing this, I'm like, there's no way that you don't see people's argument, bro. Everything that you're criticizing other people for, you're doing the same exact thing, or people can point to situations of you doing the same exact thing, but you just don't realize it. Or you're acting like you don't for the clip, to further accentuate the clip. Like, bro, stop.
Not even a hint of racism in anything he posts about. The guy sees the fucking ghosts of the fucking KKK moving around. Like, he's schizoing fucking clan leaders walking around or some shit. Like, what the fuck's going on, man? Dude, like, relax. Not everything is racist.
That's crazy, bro.
Racist. Like, Christ, man.
Y'all notice how xQc went with the race card again?
Cause I feel like xQc say a lot of shit on stream that I don't like, but in his head it's like, oh, it's just a clip, or oh, it's just this moment. I feel like you're being a this.
Yeah.
So when I see you in person, it's not that deep. I don't care. But the other are like, yo, gang, that's not how I move, gang. You talked about me. I don't.
Okay, then fair enough. Then we can't be friends, I guess. If you're somebody who can't take a light fucking jab that everybody laughs and it creates some content. If you cannot make content,
Yo, somebody who posted this, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Facts. I thought he had put that up himself before, so I was like, maybe he does have a little bit of self-awareness, but I think that was just a little emoji that the people popped up on his screen for a second.
a jab that everybody laughs and it creates some content. If you cannot make content off of either self-depreciating or throwing small jabs, then okay, then I think you're a bad streamer. One, if you cannot take a small jab for fun out of left field, right? Then I think you suck at making
A small jab is saying that people viewbot though. Like
making content.
DDG said, yo, bro, he has no shoes on and look at his jump shot. That is the definition of a small jab, but you actively saying that somebody's botting and they're trying to make themselves seem like they're something that they're not. They're faking their popularity. They're faking that they, you know what I'm saying? You're undermining what they worked hard for. Like saying their audience is artificial. They didn't earn it. Like that's not a jab, bro. Like you coming for somebody whole life. You know what I'm saying? People take pride in the work that they do. You got to realize that people are different than you, bro. When they describe, you know what I'm saying, something that makes them uncomfortable, you gotta either, you know what I'm saying, choose not to be friends with them, which is what xQc is doing. You had the right to do that, according to what he's saying. Or you can say, my fault, bro, I'm gonna do better next time. If you really value the relationship, but it's clear that he don't really value the relationship. He just sees these people as, you know what I'm saying, people to make content off of. He said, we can't be friends, but I don't even know if you see people as friends, bro. If you could just go back to the crib and talk about them like they just a cartoon character, like, that's crazy.
And I don't really give a shit. I mean, it is what it is. I take shots out of everybody all the time, and nobody blinks an eye. When I take a bazillion shots that are one joke sometimes.
I think he made an interesting point though about the whole friendship conversation, saying to your age when he made his comments that, well, I guess we just can't be friends. If you're not self-deprecating, if you can't throw little shots and jabs, etc., then we can't be friends. I mentioned these secrets.
That's the thing though, but when DDG says it about you, you make it a racism thing. Like, bro, you gotta be consistent. It's like some people are just allergic to taking accountability, bro.
It's about the streaming industry and content creation as a whole earlier in this video, and I'm here to reveal them now. One, people are putting on an act. I know. Hot take of the week, shocker, most people don't know that. A lot of these guys are playing pretend, they're playing make-believe, and they have a persona that exists when they have the comfort of their home and the digital screens behind them. Most people don't know this though. The average height of a streamer / content creator that's a man is about 5'6". The relevance of that is crazy. Totally unimportant. But they also weigh 130 pounds, also unimportant. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is that they play big and bad. They zoom in on the camera to make them look tougher, meaner, stronger. The camera also adds a little bit of weight. Please don't talk about me and my fupa. But they're doing all of this to make them seem like a cool guy for their audience. The audience can't really check them. The audience can't really say anything about them, whatever the case may be. They only get the glimpses that
it's kind of like talking tough behind the wheel. Like, you know how some people are so comfortable like talking crazy, honking their horn at you, yelling when the window is up, but when you get face to face with niggas, yeah, bro, they know what it really is. You know you're not that person in real life, so stop acting like it. Message. Can we all follow that, please? Come on.
Are given from the
take the ego out of that joint, bro. It's hard, I know, but at least have some self-awareness to try to reflect and do better next time. If you do mess up, because you eventually will mess up, inevitably, we're human, we fail. But having the awareness and the willingness to do better next time, that's what makes you a good person. That's what makes you a person that people are gonna want to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Content creator. Another secret to reveal is that everybody in the streaming industry aren't friends. There's this automatic assumption that everybody who streams, creates content, especially within the same niche or realm, is some sort of friend with one another, and I really just don't get that. They might talk about the same things, they might have the same setups and same cameras, hell, they might have even been in the same place and space at one point in time, but that doesn't mean that you're a friend. Think about the job that you had. Well, everybody's unemployed over at the Unemployed News Network, but everybody who works at every McDonald's that flips burgers isn't friends. Everybody who is an insurance adjuster isn't friends nationwide because they just so happen to work at State Farm, and that's not how that works. With that being said, that doesn't mean that you get to joke around with everybody the way that you would do your friends. I might call my friends a bitch and a pussy and a hoe and all these other cuss words and, you know, punch them on their arm and give them all this, that, and the third, IRL, or in my streaming group, in my friend group that makes content. Just because I
literally somebody, bro, like with my friends, I talk like that. You know what I'm saying? We call ourselves the B word and stuff like that. But bro, my his friend that I don't know, he was like, I think he was trying to hop on the call with me or something. And I'm just like, nigga, I don't know who you is. I don't want to talk to you, boy. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, stop being such a bitch. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is you? I turned up on that nigga, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, stop talking to me like you know me. And my friend was like, oh, bro, no, he didn't really mean it. That's just how he is. I'm like, I feel that, but he don't know me. He don't have that familiarity with me to speak about me like that. You know what I'm saying? and I set that boundary. We met up in real life. Co was real cool, real respectful. He know, like, bro, don't try, nigga, bro. You don't know. Don't talk to nobody no type of way, bro. And ever since then, we just been smooth. Like, everything been cool. But you gotta let it be known, bruh. Let it be known when something bothers you. People can either respect it or keep exploiting it. And either you could put hands on somebody, which I don't recommend, or you could just remove yourself from the situation, which is even better. But in this case, xQc is using that, taking yourself out of the situation as a way to absolve himself of all responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys.
See another content creator who is within my audience, within my wheelhouse, or whatever the case may be, does not mean that I get to joke around with them like that. I just don't understand why audience can't understand that concept, and then also why streamers apparently can't understand that concept either. This is where that shift is coming in 2026 that I always talk about. People are gonna go and be more with their cliques in their groups because people just can't understand these two concepts that I just referenced, and therefore I don't want to be in an awkward time or awkward situation where I'm, you know, not vibing with them, not connecting with, not doing all these things with this other person, and then the chats and the Twitter comms and all this stuff are coming after me. So I'm just gonna stay with my community. And xQc knows this stuff. Yet instead of taking any sort of accountability, he tries to make some sort of analogy that just doesn't fit.
I get mad at a coworker. Who gives a shit? In 30 fucking years, we're never gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk to 99% of the people I interact with. Like, what am I mad about?
I have an actual question, right? If, let's say, I don't fucking know, you're at work, and some guy at work, right? He always forgets to do one part of the work, right? And he submits it, and he cuts corners, and he's a fucking asshat. And then the boss asks him, yo, have you seen him do that? He said, yeah, he does that. This guy's fucking stupid for doing his shit, right? And you see him at a party, right? Do you go, yo, Matthew, you fucking bitch. Yo, you corner cutting fucking rat. Fuck you, bro. Matthew the sucker. And if you don't do that, dude, you're folding. Chat, you're folding. You're a folder. You're not gonna press that bitch ass Matthew.
It's not the same thing, bro.
So you're gonna fold.
Because your boss asked you that question and you just saying the truth. But you literally coming up about harmful speculations about somebody is just not the same thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? And your boss literally prompted you to say that. You saying these viewbotting allegations about these people you don't even know out of nowhere. That's the thing. You're cool with that coworker. You know that coworker. You still know them at that party. But you not knowing them on the internet and talking crazy, and then you get in real life and try to act smooth and funny, like, you gotta see where it's different, bro. And I know you do. You just acting dumb, bro. Stop acting stupid, bro.
Is what you're saying. I find that to be very short-sighted. It's like, I think it's why I have an easy time, like, not holding grudges against people that I don't have a problem with. The reality is that when there was no money in streaming, nobody was soft. Nowadays, everybody is just so soft. It's like soft noodle. I don't, yes, it says you.
Streaming isn't soft because you can't get your jokes off with...
Literally, xQc said, if you can't take a joke, we can't be friends. Bro, half the people you talk about didn't even talk about you once. They didn't want to be a friend. And now you villainizing them because they're showing you a boundary that they had. And they said, bro, you can't talk to me no type of way and act fake in real life. And then you're like, oh, well, we can't be friends. It's like, bro, I didn't want to be a friend to begin with, yo. What are you talking about?
That aren't friends with you. And also, that analogy about the coworker situation is totally baseless. It doesn't fit. Nobody's saying that you have to run down on them IRL and remind them of your take. But if you do get approached about your opinion IRL, you should be able to stand on your opinion IRL. If J. Cole comes and asks me in the comment section or at DreamCon or whenever I would see J. Cole, I don't know where, maybe playing basketball in the streets or whatever the case may be. Hey, do you think that I am, I don't know, number 3 out of the big 3 between him, Drake, and Kendrick? I would say yes. Why? It's not a problem to say yes. Like, there's nothing wrong with standing on your opinion. But the fact that you don't is the reason why people have problems with you. So now you're talking about the streaming industry is soft and that you can't be friends with these people. But honestly, xQc, I can almost guarantee you that people wouldn't want to be friends with you, especially seeing as to how you've ruined friendships in the past.
My generation, like, no longer collaborating with one another and no longer having a sense of community with one another, I would say was xQc's mistreatment of other content creators kind of started this drama. He would just like treat every content creator like a fucking NPC.
This man actually needs help. I'm not, somebody's gotta check in and just sit there. Are you okay?
It's like everything he says, you can literally reflect and apply back to him. But he acts like he doesn't know that.
Hassan, We care. Are you okay, buddy?
Now look, my editor slash story person wants me to let you guys know, and yes, I do have those, that xQc got a wake up call this past weekend. But I don't think that this is just about xQc getting a wake up call. No. I think that's too easy. I think the entire industry got a wake up call. People get mad about it being clicked up and, you know, people aren't friends, people are fake in front of you. No. The things that you say online do have actual impact. They do have consequences and repercussions. You can't just say things behind this screen and then stand up from your chair, even though you don't really go anywhere, and then try to be cool and shake people's hands and dap them up and be cordial in their face as if you don't have to address those things. That awkward interaction between Neon and Ray said everything that I needed to know. You don't get to call me out of my name and then reap the benefits of being my friend or being around me. That's just not how things work. And I've stated on this platform before that a lot of what's going on in streaming and content creation is
so did xQc end up being at that event at all, or did I just make that joint up? If I made it up, let me write, you know what I'm saying? I don't be tied in, bruh.
a hodgepodge,
Not like that.
mix up, a mashing of different cultural identities, different races, different religions, different societal norms or, you know, customs or whatever, being forced together for the sake of the bag. People that would never ever collaborate were collaborating simply due to the fact that they knew that they could run up some sort of viewership. But I'm here to tell you that that is no more. Every single day we're seeing people section off and faction off because they just don't want to deal with the nonsense and BS. Sure, we could run up a bunch of views by hanging out with this dude, but last stream he did have a white hood on with a gorilla mask next to him. Last stream he had on some dude that was calling black people a hard R and they were laughing at each other. Last stream he did talk about my mother and say that she had knock knees and gap teeth. But then when I ran up on him in real life because we both shop at the same Walmart or Target when I was in South Florida, he was on hush mode. I don't want to deal with that anymore. The industry is saying they don't want to deal with that anymore. Everything that you do in real time has bigger consequences. And so the two-facedness that xQc and other streamers have is being broadcasted and casted out right now. Just watch what you say online, gang. You never know who's watching.
No cap. Hey, WVid by Omizi, I feel like he said it pretty well. You know what I'm saying? xQc, it's just like, bro, why you even have other people naming your mouth? Is that what you feel like you need to do to be relevant? If it is, you got some internal reflection to do. I don't really know why you still want to be relevant. As long as I had good bread, I wouldn't really care, bro. Before he really got tied in with the WL community, I feel like, bro, you was really him. Like, you was still that bull. Keep doing what you was doing before. Keep playing the game. Keep reacting. Keep talking that mumbo jumbo, like talking that 5,000 words a minute. Keep going, bro. Do your thing. But you don't have to talk about other people to make yourself, you know what I'm saying, have motion. Just be the motion. You feel me? I feel like that's all we saying. And trying to say that it's everybody else's fault for being too sensitive when you're talking on people that you don't know and then trying to be cool with them and how you don't see how that is two-faced. That's just like, you know what I'm saying, more fault on you than it is on everybody else. You got to realize if everybody else is saying the same thing about you and you're the only one saying the thing about you, but everybody else on the other side is on the same page about you, you're probably the one that's the problem, gang. Indeed. Time for some self-reflection, self-improvement. And yeah, stop talking about people. Keep people's name out your mouth. It's that simple, bro. You wouldn't have that problem. Let me know what you guys think of the topic in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.